How's it going? Made it to Stormblood last night. Totally did. The summoner is in Stormblood. So glad to finally be here. Chill out, Choco. Expecting to have a lot of fun today. Going to get my 3 streams in. Day off from work today and tomorrow. Gonna start off here with 14, of course. Work in 12. Try to get some more progress done on that. I have not played it in a few days. So definitely stoked and excited to get back to that. And then we'll close out the night with more Stormblood content. Should be pretty fun. Okay, let's get everything started here. Let's go ahead and talk to Alice. What do you have for me? A mask of casting. Definitely would help out. Actually, no, it would not. Let's do the quest. Hopefully we have plenty of voice audio today. Come to take the measure of our friendly neighborhood merchants. They're a bold lot, that much is plain. If the Imperials found out they were peddling their wares to the Resistance, they would be lucky to escape with their lives. 'Tis a gamble, aye, and I admire their courage, but their motives could hardly be said to be altruistic. Ah, here you are. I've been looking all over for you. We finished discussing your proposal and we're ready to receive you all back at the tent. I've sent someone to fetch you, Stola and Kral, so if you'd like to follow me. Conrad. This guy seems pretty cool. What's up, T?
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus. I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the Resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rolga's Reach. Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree, but it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frank?
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Did not mean to press that button.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Ishtola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
I had something else in mind for you lot. Monago and Mefrid will tell you more.
Understood. We won't let you down.
That's realistic sounding thunder. Right then, Monago and Mefrid are to be our keepers. Knowing not of what they require, one task is as good as the other. Make your choice, Tonberry. Your ether compass may now be used to locate ether currents in new regions. If you have misplaced your compass, you may obtain another by speaking to Gilbert at the Forgotten Knots, or Gulford at Rolga's Reach. 2. Let's go Monago first, just because I like the name. And, you know, ladies first. Before she tells you of her mission, Monago has a few things she would like to say. What are you gonna give me? Nothing. Nothing. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you and the Scions again for patching me up after I bled all over you. Your floor. I owe you my life, and I won't forget that. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It's all well and good, me claiming my duties here couldn't wait, but a parting thank you was the very least you deserved. My apologies. And thank you. Now to business. Commander Kemps entrusted me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leadership. It covers everything we discussed, as well as detailing the disposition of our forces. What I need is an escort. 1 or 2 men at most. So we can make it to the wall swiftly and without attracting undue attention. Very well, I shall join you in this. General Alzine commands the forces at Castrum Oriens. It should be simple enough to see it into his hands. Great. That's just what I wanted to hear. When you're ready to depart, meet me at the passing leading out of Rolga's. I think that just said the Reach. He's dead. Outside the reach. Can your mount swim as well, or is that just like a character ability? Ah, Sildra can, I believe. No. Huh. Just a character thing. Maybe just for now. Literally barely scratched the surface of, Stormblood last night. Got into it, and it was a little late. I didn't really want to get too far into it. Can't wait to see all the new content though, for sure. Go ahead and get the edgy out. I got everything you need. Good. Then let us be off. This. To reduce congestion, the area you are about to enter has been divided into multiple identical instances. Select a destination, no preference. I'm guessing it's going to put me in the, probably the lowest capacity here. Keep it chill. Whoa. Quiet, hear that? That was a cerulean engine backfiring. Imperials. Ye gods, you have perpetual senses. I didn't hear a thing. When you grow up hunting in these lands, you learn to discern the sounds that could mean life and death, be they of a predator or a patrol. From what I'm hearing, we have 7-man patrol augmented with a single Magitech armor. Wide search pattern, divided in 3 teams. I don't think they know we're here. It's risky, but we should split up and try to take them all by surprise at the same time. We don't want them calling reinforcements. 3 teams, 3 of us. Nothing of it? Where are they? Head north. You should see them long before they see you. I'll deal with the ones to the south. The armor should be just to the west. Tonberry's best equipped to deal with that. We attack in 5. That should be enough time to get in position. Rendezvous on the west bank after. Any questions? No? Then good luck. Talk about good hearing, no doubt. All these crazy specifics, all by the year. Very impressive. Yeah, definitely need a little warm up. I just hit Bane. Look. I'm actually really excited to get back into Final Fantasy XII a little later today. It's been a few days. Ready to reconnect back with that story, though I'm going to be in a very awkward spot. Of course the bird would join in. If only it all could be voiced over T. If only. Not gonna engage in it. Just want to look at it. Would definitely strike me down. 70. Whew. I swear I'm really not doing this on purpose, it's just these random encounter rates. Speed it up here. If I don't die first. Took out Shoko and I didn't realize it. Whew, wasn't getting those backup hills. Maybe time ran out. Ifrit, you bastard. It looks like everything went to plan. Not that I'm surprised. The 3 soldiers I faced didn't put up much of a fight. Most of the Imperials we get out of here are conscripts from their provinces. With little training and even less conviction, it's grim work killing men and women like that, but don't doubt they'll do the same to you if the roles were reversed. And don't you dare pity a man in armor, conscript or no. A soldier piloting one of those can kill a dozen good men in the blink of an eye. Not that I need to tell you that. After what happened at the wall. May as well. Woo! Level 61! I don't think there's too much significance out of this. I don't think there's any new spell. I'm gonna check anyway. No. Next one is 64. What does this do? Orders Pit to execute devotion. Party member must be within 30 alms of their pet. I want to be there. Summon Bahamut. It's kind of a bummer that it only lasts 20 seconds though. But it is Bahamut, so I understand. Still. Excited to see some of those play out nice. Blood Ebon chest wrap of casting. Minago would like nothing more than to continue on to Castrum Oriens. Right. I believe we've rested long enough. We should resume our journey before someone notices their missing patrol. Can you swim in this water as well? No, not deep enough. Where are we going, Minago? I should really be searching for these as well. 222 southeast. Is that what that said? Yes. That's really not too far, actually. I'm going to go ahead and grab it before I go speak with Minago real quick. $133. 96 health. Huh. Something tells me I'm not going to be able to get that. There it is. So close, yet so far away. What kind of torture is this? Maybe I can just walk around and grab it. Oh yeah. What's going down in there? Spooky. Okay, back to the mission at hand. There's another one. We're not gonna worry about it right now, though. We've got an army of treants behind us. What are they called in this? Lishy. We're clear. Only Alliance patrols ahead. You said the forces at Castrum Oriens were under the command of Flame General Rabban Aldine, did you not? By Roger the Bull of Alamigo himself. I never dreamed I'd have a chance to meet the legend. The Bull of Alamigo. Okay, we can just hit the Aether out this time. Pippin! What's up, Rabban?
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
We are, General. Allow me to introduce Monago of Rolga's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the Blood Sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Aye. Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole Resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamigan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
Aye. Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from malms around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
Pippin's been ready for this. Our scouts recently informed me of an interesting development at Castrum Villadina. Namely, the arrival of a shipment rumored to have come from the research and development facilities near the capital containing prototype Magitech armor. It is our assessment that this armor is to be field tested here, most likely against Alliance forces, mayhap before the day is out. Damn it all. More Magitech weapons. That's the last thing we need. Your concern is not unwarranted, but we need it to spare just yet. The shipment is thought to have contained a single heavy unit and one or possibly two support units. With a well-laid ambush, we are confident we can destroy them, thus hindering their developments and delaying future development. And should we carry out this as a joint endeavor with the Resistance, they will have their rallying cry. It would mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to go to war with the Empire, but you have a lot more folk willing to stand up and fight if they knew they weren't alone. And you were going to have to do it eventually anyway. Exactly. And so what I propose is simple. We harry their patrols to bait them into bringing their prototype weapons to East End, where Resistance allies will take them from behind. Simple indeed, and well within our capabilities. I see no reason to delay, especially if a field test is imminent. What say you? Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with his assessment and fully support his plan. I shall notify my comrades at once. Understood. I shall have one of my men bring you the details of the plan anon. And we forego our part fighting in the Alliance, yes? Somehow I doubt you were intending to sit this one out. Skill speed, not much help. What is this? Magitech. What? Magitechnical adventure. Or failure. Oh, let's continue this. I'll jump back to those eventually. It won't be too long. Love those currents. I'm assuming that is one of the gated. We've been careful to avoid needless shows of force this side of the wall, but that's all about to change, and when it does, you may be sure they'll send their new toys out to entertain us. I would ask you participate in this operation, but from that look I see it as a foregone conclusion. My thanks. Per Pippin's plan, we need to turn it East End to an Imperial graveyard. You're a dab hand at this, and I'll be a fool not to use you. Head to this spot on your map. Right here, patrol should be along shortly. Deal with them, and rendezvous with the rest of us in this location. Go well, Tomberry. 1,452. What? Strong, Leshy. Can I just teleport here? No. I cannot. Destination. Ooh, they just pop up. Kinda scared me. Go away, Leshy. Rendezvous with Ravon. While I'm in the area, go ahead and check. See if there's an aether flow. Southwest. Not really. Actually could be where we're headed. Oh. Right there, right at it. Nice. Oh, and he's got the helmet on. Looking cool. All went to plan then. Good. Our scouts report that a unit escorting the prototype weapons have left Castrum Vildina. The resistance is already in position, so we have but to wait for our guest to arrive. Proceed. I believe I'm strong enough for it. Get pumped. It's like an upgraded Vanguard.
Things looked grim for us after Cartano, didn't they? Oh, how they doubted us. Yet here we are, right as rain, with fancy new toys to put through their paces.
This guy's a character.
It's like all my name days have come at once.
All my name days have come at once. That laugh of his.
Well, 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 if it isn't Garland's little troublemaker. I can't wait to see the look on Xenos' face when I bring him your head.
Lexi, what's up? How do you put your face on the screen? Just got a camera. It's actually just some settings that you can do with your preferences while you're broadcasting.
That is, if my secret weapons here don't grind it into mush! Attack!
So you do actually, if you were doing this on PS4, you need the PlayStation camera. Or you could use a trusty computer. Okay, we're gonna worry about these cronies. I'm gonna check around, see if there's any casters. Doesn't look like it.
Get after them, damn you!
Gonna ditch these peeps over here and go worry about this caster for a moment. Didn't notice them over here. Take the hacker with me. Hopefully I don't fall. Could have tried to drag that out a little bit longer. More interested in just killing these things off. Though they did just respawn, so I have a little theory that they could be a constant respawn there. I may just need to focus on the Vanguard here. How are you still alive? I'm just gonna focus on the Vanguard. I think everybody else has everything. Plus I'm running out of MP. They just keep coming. So, Magitech armor is the main focus here. And those casters over there double teaming me. I'm gonna have to worry about these guys with all I could have not. What kind of sorcery is this?
Blood.
there a healer in the house? Oh, I'm in desperate need. Oh, why can't you target those things? They're so strong. Guess it's just a matter of just maybe you have to get a little party around you to do a little bit of shared damage. Not really sure about it. I gotta say, this thing is resilient. Let's try it for the last idea. Ooh, it actually made it worse.
Tizona!
Oh, goodness. They do not stop.
As a raging bull!
There you go. More of my focus here on this thing. Can you target this? No. Oh, do they keep coming? Their self-destructibility. So OP. And again, I am alive still, somehow. Oh, it was just time eluded. Maybe it was the amount of damage caused. He who fights and runs. What the? Who in the hells are you lot? Oh, is this Gosetsu? No. What's up, Matthew? Glad you can join us, Manago. For Alamigo, let none escape. Round 2 all over again. I like how it really just reconnects back with this guy. Gave me all of my skills back. Awesome. Oh, that's it. Magitech's gone. No, my secret weapon.
Oh! Damn it all! Miracles of Magitech design, my arse! I passed harder stools than these piles of scrap. You'll pay for this. Mark my words, the next time we meet will be the last.
Unless he runs away again. Seems to be his go-to.
Aye! Run and tell your viceroy! The day belongs to El Amigo! Yeah!
Yeah!
Yeah. Well done, all of you. I'd call this operation a resounding success. Can't say I'm surprised. The Bull of Alamigo had an impressive military record before he went west, as I recall. Credit where it's due, Master Kemp. 'Twas Marshal Tarpon who made this plan, and all of you, Resistance and Alliance alike, who carried it out to perfection. They did not. Oh, they did. Not a single casualty, for which I am grateful beyond words. I've no doubt our comrades back at the Reach will feel the same, as will ours. It's been a pleasure, General. Until the next battle. Monago, I'll leave the signs in your care. We shall return to the castrum then, Tonberry, Mistress Levenor. Once more, you have my thanks. As Master Kemp said, until the next battle. I'd heard the stories, but to actually see you in action, I almost found myself pitying the Imperials. Seriously, though, it was inspirational. But you must be tired of hearing that, eh? I'll keep it simple then. Thanks for helping me. Thanks for the help back there. Spell speed. Whew, I did not actually notice that last time. I don't even use materia, but I'm about it. Monago is ready to return to Rogger's Reach. Is that a new Grimoire? No, shield. Well, there's no reason to remain here any longer. Let's go back to the Reach. Let's go. Before I head back to the Reach, 615 to the south. Looks like it's obtainable. Let's try to get it really quick. Surely it won't be too far out of path, and then I can just use the 8th route to actually bring myself back to the Reach. What is a mossling? 483. $3.99. Split. I'm gonna go with the high ground. 303. $206. Gotta be careful actually as well. Don't want to jump into an area where things are a lot stronger than I am. There it is. What is this thing? Diaka? Diaka? Something new. I'm gonna get this. We'll take it on. Test the water. See if I can actually kill it. I should. I mean, it's 61. I'm 61. Should be no problem here. We'll find out. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. They look really awesome though. Let's go look at another one really quick right before we jump back to town. You know what? I'm sure we'll run into more. We'll look at another one some other time. Very cool. So far, I really dig the added bestiary that's been going on here. And I'm not talking about like the book necessarily, just the roster of minions and creatures we've seen so far within Stormblood. Pretty cool. Rogger's Reach. I suspect we'll have to do the other branch of questing now. I love the fact that you can ride mounts within this city. Do a bit of armor repair while my mind is on it. That ring is on 64. I'm actually going to do this really quick. I think I'm up to par. Oh, I actually had something that could have changed. A ring of casting. Nice. Mifrid. You didn't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond what was asked of you, without hesitation, and for that we owe you a debt. Our victory may not count for much in practical terms, but its symbolic value can't be overstated. Alliance and Resistance fighters came together to face an Imperial unit equipped with the Garlemald's newest weapons, and smashed them. The people will remember this day. Aye, that they will. For it marks the beginning of something far greater than any single victory, the beginning of a campaign by a united Eorzea to drive the Garleans from our lands. Promises and platitudes mean naught without action, but the Alliance took the field and risked their lives for our cause. To think that the last of the Garlean troops trod this soil was more than a century ago during the Autumn War, and that was to defend against our invasion. Ours is a long and bloody history, to be sure, and it gives me heart to see that despite our acrimonious past, we can still come together for the sake of the future. Well said, Commander, which is why I intend to go from the village to village and spread word of our victory and new alliance. Tonberry, Alise, I cannot thank you enough for your assistance. The people will flock to our banners, my friends. Just you wait and see. Spell speed. Okay, Mifrid. What is going down? Mifrid cannot help but wonder if you remember who he is. At the risk of repeating myself, it's still hard for me to believe that we'd meet again here in all places, though I reckon you probably don't remember me after all this time, eh? I want to say I remember him, but I really don't. Let's see if he elaborates. Oh, well, you see, I've met a lot of people. No. 'Twas a lifetime ago, and there is no need to apologize. But know that down in Quarry Mill, we didn't forget about you, nor the lives you saved. As for me, I went to Little Alamigo while Galleon was recovering. Gundobald was my former commander, and I'm an old friend, and I had a lot on my mind. In the end, I decided to disband our unit. I told the men to live their lives as they saw fit. Some chose to remain in Little Alamigo, and others went to Ul'dah for work. But as you can see, I chose to come back to Garabania and join Conrad and the others. I've kept busy since, ferrying people and provisions across the border and back. It's not been easy, but it's been fulfilling. Today, however, we'll be heading east into the peaks. Conrad thinks we might have luck finding new recruits in the village of Alagana? 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 If you're going there, you're taking me with you. Oh, that's right. You're from Alagana, aren't you? Lice, my bad. By all means, we'd welcome the company. There'll be more to it than just asking around, but we can talk about it on the way. Make your preparations and meet me by the tunnel to the peaks. Familiar face forgotten. No currents within the city. Ida and I were born in Alagana, though I can't say I remember much about it. This tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. We're on a mission for Conrad to Alagana. Clear the barricade if you would. Aye, sir. Shouldn't take more than a moment. There's more villages there than out here, but also more Imperials keeping a close eye on things. We'll need to tread carefully. No preference.
I remember the peaks of Garabania, silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity. Who had been treated like animals, day after day after day.
Oh, take a look at this place. We've a glamour in place here too. As you may have noticed, so far as the Imperials are concerned, this is not more than a testament to the savage impulses of a lesser race. Remember though, once we leave these ruins, we'll have no glamours to conceal us. The village is to the east. Keep watch for patrols as we move. So is this all one map, or is this a whole new area? Oh, a whole new area. Wow. So I would say it has its own set of currents, maybe? Maybe not. No less, there's one nearby, and it's right in our direction that we're headed. So let's try to spot it out. The wind sprites always throw me off. I always think that they're the turrets from a distance. Where is the hidden current? 116 to the north. There was supposed to be one super close to the east. Where did I pass it? East. 84 north. There it is. You thought you could get away. Now let's check it. Yeah, whole new area. That's what I was wanting to confirm to myself. So that's cool. Be working through two areas, the peaks and the fringes, relatively around the same time. Nary an Imperial in sight. That's a mercy. Olagon is due east past the bridge below. Oh, that says follow me. It's not much further. Sometimes I just get a little rhythm. I roll with it. Oh, that is close by. I see the little hammer. Ryan's bread. Giant grasshopper. What's it called? Chapuli. Or a chapuli? And before I even encounter that, I'm going to go ahead and attune myself here before I forget. Almost forgot last night. You can rest easy. We made it. This is Alagana. It feels strange coming home like this. I always imagined it would be... Oh, sorry. That has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Aye, we do. But as I said back at the Reach, it is a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken in by the Griffin's promises and went to the Wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of the former comrades, answered to his call to arms. As for why we came to this particular village, it's rumored that Alagana lost a few youths as well. If there's truth to that, then there could be others sympathetic to the cause. Then again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may be suspicious to outsiders, claiming allegiance to the Resistance, and rightfully so. So, with all that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in the village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, no. You might you might as well piss in the Vasariza. We'll need to be a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when an Imperial spa is listening. We must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. Let's hope there are still some brave men and women here willing to fight. Whoa. Nearly disaster. Probably going to be rocking a lot of materia. Mefrid would like to introduce you to the village elder. Ragenfrid? The village elder is over by the shore. No time like the present. Let's have a word. There went Choco. Whom I need to check on, actually. Something I've neglected. Not quite there yet. Like 10,000 until its next rank up. What is next? Enhanced accuracy. These are things I really don't pay enough attention to. Enhanced critical hit. Choco Surge. Oof. Needs that, definitely. And that. Restores its own HP and the HP of all nearby party members. It's gonna take forever to get there. I have no appearances for the Chocobo. Oh, how I want more. Moving on. Ragenfrid? Ragenfrid? Hopefully this guy has some voice audio. Nope. Don't know you, traveler. You a merchant? You'll not find much custom here. Greetings and well met, Elder, and sincerest apologies that I did not send word ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Alagana, and I would know of your recent troubles. Ah, you are comrades of Mefrid. I see. Speak on, though I suspect I know your purpose. The Griffin came with many men and left with many more. Such is the rumor. Is it true? He lit a fire in their hearts and then dangled them a dream before their tired eyes. And now you come to steal away what few remain. The Griffin was a traitor and a madman, and we had no part in his schemes. We have made an agreement with the Alliance. This time, it will be different. This time, cold comfort to the dead and the ones they left behind. How much more must we give before you've had your fill? But surely you hate the Empire as much as we do. They took our lands, our traditions, even our God, and they demand a fifth of what we've got left. I hate the bastards with every fiber of my being. But hate's not enough, Mifrid. I can't. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go. Leave. Leave us be and never return. You've got no right to speak to us like that. I've got a quarry that was producing barely enough to keep us fed, and that was before half the young men and women went off to die in your bloody cause. So yes, I've got a right to tell you to leave my village. No, you don't. Because it's my village too. My home. What in the hells are you on about? Wait, I know those eyes. You're one of Curtis's girls. Lise. Lise Hixt. And I'm here. I'm here to take back my homeland. By Rolger, the last time I saw you, you were... I didn't even know if you were still alive, and I never thought you would come. I almost didn't, and my sister never will. Lots of others won't either, and that's why we've got to carry on the fight. You even sound like him. As you say, I've got no right to tell you to leave. Olagana is as much your home as it is mine, but I say to you again, we can give no more. Yes, I heard you the first time. Let's go. Speaking her mind. Current here. 174 to the east. Grab it while I can. I suspect it's pretty close. Usually one right around most of the main areas. 94. Wow. How do I get right there? And what in the world is that? Huh. Now that is something to ponder about. Bookaboo? I'm not gonna try to do anything with him. Crabclaw. May have to take out the Crabclaw beforehand. Whoa, come on. We'll fight Cragclaw over here. We do not want to fight Bookaboo. He looks tough. Really make you think on that one. How to get up there, indeed. Suppose I'll have to figure that one out on a later date. Or not. That could be the path I'm looking for right there. Just a bunch of risky hops down. That could have been handled better, but what's done is done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Ragnfrid might help us to recruit some of his people, but that clearly isn't going to happen. If we're to convince any of them to join, we'll first need to regain their trust. It's risky, but it's hardly subtle. But I say we approach the villagers directly and see what problems they've got, and if we can do anything to help. Makes sense to me. Let's split up and ask around. Get the materia, or... I'm not really gonna be interested in that materia particularly, so I'll just grab some of this random stuff and sell it. Ooh. Branched off into two once again. Go for the person on the ground. Not on the ground, on a bench. Lazy. Okay, we'll go for the person standing. Angry Kurel. Regards you with suspicion. A new face in Alagana. Huh. What would you ask of me, then? What would you ask of me? A stranger and a generous soul besides. Bollocks. There's not more suspicious than a good Samaritan. On the other hand, if you were an Imperial agent, I suspect you'd go about your business with more discretion. Bugger me. If you really are here to help, aren't you? Very well. I'll take you up on the offer, stranger. My little brother's working out the rocks by Grim and Enid? He's got something for me. Can you go and get it? Right then. Frightened Corel is his name. Corel. That's a weird one. Ask him for the leftovers. He ought to understand. Long travel, this one. That's new. Defense front. Oh, what is this? Blood glider. I can't resist. Ooh, it's strong. 4,000 on a single blow. Okay, I still got a long way to travel. Back on the chocobo. Whew. This was unexpected. My goodness. Did not expect this. Cool little haven. What is going down? Him? Here for the leftovers, are you? Not like my brother to send someone in his stead, but so be it. It's all in the sacks over yonder. They're bleeding heavy, mon, so be careful when you pick them up. Ah. Looks almost like farm feed. Luckily, we can just hit up that Aetherot, go right back, save ourselves that long trip. Oh, I bet there was a current nearby there. Oh well. I'll have to go back there another time. Oh, the new face. You have my leftovers. I do. Huh? Well, I'll be. You actually went and brought the whole lot. Much obliged, much obliged. It's a saltpeter. Saltpeter? For making fire sand. In case you're curious what it's all for, the rocks by the lakes got good deposits. Tain't hard for my brother to pass for another plodding quarryman. For any other another. That is a tongue tire. All while the sweeping bits and pieces off to the sod to bundle up and sell to the soldiers what trade with the resistance. It's a living and a way of fighting back besides. Our way of spitting in the Garlean's eye for putting our father in an imperial uniform and shipping him off to some faraway province 15 years ago. To know if he's dead or alive. Though, if he were alive, he'd not long for this world. If we're caught fighting for the Resistance, so this is the best we can do. That's the long and short of it. We do what we can, though we know it's not enough. I think you'll find that most folks here ain't much different. Everybody's got a reason, but in the end, the result is the same. I suppose I just wanted you to know it's all that we know why you're here, and that even if we could join you, we would wish we could. What is this? Griseldes? Grisildi? Yeah, nah, we'll roll with it. Griseldes is here, but her mind is elsewhere. You'd best keep your distance, if you know what's good for you. Say your piece and move on. Join us. Looking for folks down on their luck. Congratulations, you found one. As you can see, my leg ain't what it used to be. Some days I can hardly walk for the pain. Mornings are the worst, especially after cold nights. Hard labors brought out. Too much pain and trouble for others. There's a tea what helps with it, though I'd need to grind chipuli horns and hornbill claw for the blend. I got you. Eh? You'll go get some for me? Just like that? You needn't trouble yourself so. Oh, so they would say. You're going down, choppily. Hornbill for its claw. What is a hornbill? Oh, okay. Should be simple enough. Definitely dig those things. Agrabamalu? Agrabamalu. Very cool. Okay, we'll just use the, oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Actually, that's not a bad size for it. But that is not the objective. Griseldis, I finished your objective. You've been gone a while. What brings you back to Alagana? Your tea ingredients. Duh. Oh, I never meant to. I mean, in times like these, you never think people will actually... This country's hard on people, but it's not just that. The Imperials, they've made it known I'm not to be helped. A dead man's good for one lesson. You know, whereas a live one. You're with the Resistance, right? I suppose there's no reason not to tell you then. My father, God's rest his soul, was deathly sick at the time, and so I'd gone out into the forest, spear in hand to gather herbs, and then had the fortune to run into an Imperial patrol. My weapon marked me as a rebel, so they said. Not that it'd give me a difference if I had fought back, if I were the lot of them were about the moment the Centurion laid eyes on me. Didn't matter in the end, of course. Some people just like to hunt others, and by the time I limped back to the hut, it was too late for my father. Too late for me too, and many others, I imagine. Help them too, if you like. They'll be grateful and say thank you, but beyond that, I wouldn't hope for much. Any luck, Manfred? Ah, there you are, Tonberry. I've been trying to help the villagers deal with this food shortage of theirs. Recently, the Imperials have been swooping into the villages unannounced and seizing supplies in order to prevent the people from stockpiling in case they might be in liege with the Resistance. It's not much, but I've taught them a few tricks to better hide what little they've got left. How's Lee's getting on, by the way? You'd think people would be more inclined to trust a local girl, assuming they remember her, that is. No, I didn't mean to. And where were you these past 20 years? Where were you when we were being ground under the Black Wolf's boot, on the other side of the bastard wall? Living the high life, I'll wager. That's not fair. Back off, bud. Huh. Who's this? Another one of your freedom-loving friends, deigning to help us poor unfortunate souls, trying to whip us into a frenzy so we'll go and storm a castrum with our own pickaxes and shovels? Leave, all of you, before you bring the cohort down on us all. And you, don't dare speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through. You weren't here. You weren't here. This is my home, and I love it with all my heart, and if you truly have any love for it too, you'll keep us out of your doomed rebellion. He has a point. No matter what I say or do, it doesn't change the fact I left them behind. But this isn't about me or anyone else. It's about Alamigo. Let's go and find Mefred. Looks like the Elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame them, given what happened at the wall. I thought I might be able to appeal to them as a fellow, but I don't know. But if anything, it just made them angrier, and I haven't lived through it like they have. I can't claim to know the struggle like they do either. These, I ran too, aye. But if I hadn't, I'd have never met Tonberry or the rest of you, and we might not be here today in a position to make a difference. So, I don't regret my choices, nor will I apologize for them. There's more than one way to fight. Help! Someone! Anyone! We need help! I don't like the sound of that one bit. Come on. Bit of action. Berkrada, he... The Tributum and the Bloody Ratman, they... damn it all. You there, take a deep breath and tell us what happened. It was all business as usual. The Tributums... It's probably that. Tributums due soon. And we're taking it to the Imperials when the Kirin attacked. They took my brother and our money. Took him. Where? Ruins to the south of here. Was just an old temple before they came. And listen, Rakada's the only family I've got left. If I lose him, see Ziggurat. If the Ratmen took him there, he's as good as dead. We've got to get after him. If there's even a chance her brother is still alive, we have to try. This seems like it should be pretty interesting, no doubt. You are right, Lise. We've got to help them. If not for the missing man, then for the Tributum. The Garleans won't suffer excuses if they're late. Right. The color of angry Kirin. Merford understands that you must act quickly to save Berkrada. So Berkrada being held somewhere in the Ziggurat to the south, which has been taken over by a host of Kirin bandits. That about covers it then. Be prepared for a fight. They might not be the most challenging foes, but there should be a lot of them. Here we go. Be interesting. Looks about where we had to go earlier. Go away, Dustanila. I have no quarry with you. While I'm here this time around, I'm actually gonna try to See if there's an ether current. Neglected last time. Luckily, it's just kind of circling me back around to the same direction. To the south. I'm going southwest. To the south. How far? 194. Whoa. They look awesome. Before I get this started, I'm gonna try my best to get this current. May not be able to do so. Hopefully will not die. 95, southwest. '83 to the west. West. '59. '25 northwest. Oh, it's within there. Well, if that's the case, then we'll jump right in. Go to the destination marker over here. Jump up there, you chocobo. Please, let me go. I'm begging you. I don't want to die. Hear that? I think it came from the top of the ziggurat. Green bandit. Who dares come to loot our man flesh? Ours to eat. Ours to eat. We knew it'd come to this. Kill them quick before they alert the others. Kinda just expected to engage. I didn't think it would be like this. But okay. Was quick. Very, very narrow set of stairs. I would hate to fall here. Perfect for the slinky. Okay. No beef with that guy. Well, wait a second. 24 south. Okay, what kind of trickery is this? Northeast. Has to be in here somewhere. Oh, now you want to pause. I was gonna save the Dreadworm trance, but we'll use it now. Oh, I think I get it now. There it is. Hidden. Let's go take care of this fort. Oh, so much faster than the stairs. I'll go ahead and take him out now. I wasted that. Overkill. Well, I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna have to really get rid of some stuff. Spell speed. Mira, how's it going? Try to just get through these guys really quick. Oh. So I can get rid of a few of them. Kind of a waste, I know, but got rid of them a little bit faster. Took care of the crowd. Finally got a tune in the Ultros. Very cool. By Roger, what did I ever do to deserve this? I've gone to bed hungry for months. I'm skin and bones. I'd hardly make a snack, much less a meal. Oh, you found him. What? Are you here to rescue me? Your sister sent us. It's going to be alright. My sister? Oh, Roger be praised. She's safe. And you lot, fought your way here just for me. To think there's still good, brave folk in this world. We should go before the cure and return in force. Do you still have the tributum? No, tributum. Oh god, it's the tributum. The Imperials will be wondering where I am. I have to go. What? Right now? In your condition? You don't understand. We were given a warning the last month for being short. If I don't make it in time, there's no telling what will happen to me and my sister. Oh, you freak. You never cease. I'm glad we saved him, but seeing him run off like that, I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh, there's that new grimoire, and it is no use to me right now. 162. Let's check out mine. Yeah, no use. What is on your conscience? Listen, Tonberry Mefford. I think we need to go after Wakrata. Wait, you had better not be thinking of stopping him. You heard what he said. If they don't pay one way, they'll pay another. I know that. I do, and I don't want to interfere. I just want to see that he makes it there safely. If that's the sum of it, then fine. Let's head out and see if we can pick up his trail. That is a big spot for his trail to be picked up in. Better not. I was going to jump off the sod, but given my current condition, it would be suicide. So not this time around. Oh yeah, definitely would have been suicide. Yeah. Where is his trail? Okay. These things are just relentless. How do I like Stormblood so far? So far I'm really liking it. Seeing the new creatures, or beasts, if you will. So far I'm digging it. Really like to dig farther into it, really get into the depths of this game though. Really like to run the first dungeon. That way I have more of a feel to it, but so far I'm liking it. Upon closer inspection, you find nothing of interest. Well, chocobo feather. In the dirt, you spot a chocobo feather. Any luck? Just a chocobo feather. The chocobo feather, is it? Aye. By my reckoning, it came from Orkrata's bird, which, in any case, there's a collapsed bridge just around the bend. Hug the rocks and stick to the shadows. We'll find him soon enough. Any minute now, I expect he'll come thundering around the bend, and hear that? Get to cover quickly now.
Are they Imperials?
Ah, voice audio. Nice. Put up a party finder at the first dungeon.
Skulls. Listen, Lys. Whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
What?
You there! Halt! You know you shouldn't be here. Explain yourself.
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tributum.
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool would dare to come so late. Or, mayhap, a resistance spy.
No, you've got it all wrong. I was waylaid by bandits. It's not my fault.
I said halt!
Oh.
Is this a joke? You don't seriously expect us to believe this is a fifth? How stupid do you think we are?
It is, I swear, on my mother's life.
Spare us. You came late, you lied about bandits, and then you tried to cheat the Empire of its due.
Think you can kill them all? Including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labour. Assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
But it isn't fair!
It's your bloody fault we're stuck out here patrolling this god's-forsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about how Alamegans can't be trusted. I've worked and toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit. And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine for the good old days.
Oh, wow.
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
What?
I bet the poor bastard can't believe his luck. He gets to go home. We should do the same.
I heard their commander was keen-eyed, but gods, that was a near thing. It tears me up inside to see our own kinsmen doing the bidding of the Viceroy. But they made their choice, and if it comes to it, I'll cut down every last one of them myself. I love the fact that you get quite a bit of experience for doing the main scenario questing here. Mefrid has no wish to linger unnecessarily. Orkrada's alive, and the tributum's been paid. That's all that matters for now. I, for one, would rather not wait around to see if the skulls decide to return. Would best get back to Alagana and tell Ragnfrid his man got the job done. Not what I wanted to do. This guy probably hates us. We owe you a debt of gratitude for what you did. Orkrada told me everything. How you fought with the Queen and saved his life. For all the good it did, we saw what happened when he met with the skulls, how they beat him to half to death. We could have stopped them. I reckon you could. Mefrid's a warrior, as it is your comrade. And if you're strong like your father, that much is plain. But I thank Roger you did not, because it would not have ended with them. Orkrada and his sister would have been branded insurgents, and if not, the whole lot of us. Bones heal, scars fade, but the dead men remain dead. We're alive, and that's more than can be said for the gods know how many others. That's enough for you, is it? To put up with whatever they do to you, so long as you get to see another day. That's right. You grit your teeth, and you learn to live with the pain. I'll admit, I was quick to judge you, Lise, and for that I apologize. I know you and yours mean well, but I do. But I'm telling you, God's in the heavens as my witness, that we've got nothing left to give. We can't help you. I understand. Thank you for your honesty. She may say it, but she doesn't mean it, nor would I expect her to. Her father was stubborn, and as an ox too. If she set on walking the same path, but I pray she won't follow it to the same end. Get better gear as you go through the main scenario. I was hoping so. That's something that the game's been pretty well with, keeping you pretty geared up throughout the main scenario. I would like to see it get better though. I think right now I'm only getting level 60 gear and I'm level 61 now. It's just an assumption though. Well, she took it better than I anticipated, which isn't saying much I suppose. We should go and see if she's alright. Where did she go? Wow, gate by gate. Extra protection. Sorry about running off like that. Alamegan's terrorizing their own. I just can't accept it, you know? No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have to put up with it day after day after day. I'm not completely naive, you know. I didn't expect them to storm a castrum with their pickaxes and shovels, or whatever it was. But nor did I expect Warkrata to just lie there in the dirt while they kicked him. I can't claim to know their pain. I barely remember this place or even my father's face. But I remember Ida. I remember how scared she was when we ran off, and that look in her eyes when she talked about home. Her home, but not mine, is it? There you are, Lise. I've been looking all over for you. Well, you found me. Got something else to say? Aye, that I do. I said some things to you before that I should have. It wasn't my place to do so, and I'm sorry. All that rubbish I spouted about how I loved my village, but when one of ours was in need, I was cowering here with all the others. I didn't even think to go after Warkrata, but you did. Made me feel like a bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly cared for my people, I'd fight for them, so I will, if you'll have me. You're asking to join the resistance? When you put it like that, I suppose I am. But not just me. There are others I know who've been thinking about it for a while now. There's not many of us, and we're not hardened warriors like you a lot, but if your heart bleeds for Alamigo, then that's good enough for me. You and yours are more than welcome at Rogger's Reach. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak with the others and send word when we're ready. Still think it isn't your home? No, I was just thinking out loud. And with that, my friends, our mission is concluded. Let us return to the Reach. Honestly, I think while I'm here at Rogger's Reach, the first thing I'm going to do is actually make this Aetherat my home Aetherat. I've still got this thing set to Limsa Laminza, and throughout Heavensward in that playthrough, I noticed myself going through some pretty tiresome times where I had wished that I had made that my home point, and that being Ishgard and Edelshire at one point as well. But yeah, that way if I die, I come back here, and not Limsa Laminza. Oh, it is not the best thing ever going back to Limsa Laminza. Love the city, very far away, very expensive to travel. $110 gil, that's not bad. I'm gonna sell a lot of things real quick as well. Things that I do not use. I love the fact that there's a buyback option. I accidentally sold some ether, and yes, I know, noob mistake. I didn't mean to, I swear. While I was playing Final Fantasy XII, and I actually had to reload my game to get it back. Talk about a bummer. Though it was just a second away. Luckily, the game is set up now, so things are getting tricky. Metal, don't need it. S tier. I need to start hitting up the old market board. I get so confused with it though. But yeah, luckily I had myself right there at a save point, like a auto save and a regular save point, so I could just get those ethers right back. Normally I'm not blessed with such luck. There's a lot of other things I could sell right now, but I'm not going to really worry about it too much. Just trying to get some space. It sells for 4 gil. Can you actually give that to your chocobo? Give me that plum back. I won't be able to really trot in here, I don't believe. Maybe. Oh shit, but where did it go? Oh. Yeah, whatever. It's good enough for now. A little bit of space. First of all, allow me to commend you both on a job well done. Though nothing went according to plan, we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits, and it was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you. Now, thank you for giving me an opportunity to find out what our people have been through these past 20 years. It's been humbling and troubling too. I'd heard about the skulls, but that was the first time I'd seen them in the flesh. I know you say they're the same as any other Imperial soldiers, and maybe that's how I'll come to think of them myself if our paths ever cross on the battlefield, but when, not if, that day will come, Lise, and you can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscript, citizens, Garlean, Alamegan, none of that matters. When you think the updates are off, they hit you hard. Especially when bearing down on you, blade in hand. Saying that I don't want to kill them any more than you do, if I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, but who knows? Maybe you could be one, Lise. Your father certainly was. Right then. I'd best begin preparing for these new recruits, Tonberry. Lise, it's been a pleasure. Indeed. Ah, you're leaving me with a hard one here. Get something I can just kind of zip on off, I suppose. Give it to the flames. But everyone, I've been on here for a while. I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. If you're new, be sure to go ahead and subscribe. That way you can catch the events going down later. I will definitely jump back in here later tonight. Gonna jump into Final Fantasy XII about 5:30 or 6 o'clock today, time dependent. Have to go hang out with a nephew, give him his birthday present. But hopefully you can catch me on Final Fantasy XII, or again tonight. I will be jumping back into 14 right after Final Fantasy XII. I'll take a small break, walk a Choco probably, and then I'll jump into 14, but that will be later, again at 5:30 or 6, and that's Eastern time in the US. So it'll be a few hours, about 3 to 4 hours give or take. You know, I'll be jumping in for Final Fantasy XII, and then again right after that I'll be back with Final Fantasy XIV. Hopefully you can catch me. It'll be really fun. Gonna be jumping back in a very awkward position, if I can remember correctly, where I'm at on Final Fantasy XII. I was running out of time for the day, so I was kind of just zipping it in, saving at a very convenient point. Not so convenient for myself in the future, though. It'll definitely be fun. The remake is so beautiful. There's no other word for it. So beautiful. The retextured graphics are amazing. The voice audio is on point. The reorchestrated music is no doubt amazing. So if you're into that, be sure to come in later. And if you just want to come back here for Final Fantasy XIV, again, I will be back later tonight, and we will be talking to Conrad here and seeing what it is exactly he has us next to do. Gotta like this new crew here. Mefrid, Conrad, and Minago. Stormblood, everybody. It's great, and I'm glad to be here. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you can catch me later. I'm out of here, everybody. Take it easy, and I hope you have an awesome Wednesday.